I loved it. I speak at summits for a living, and this summit's been a lot of fun. The organizational team is probably the best that I've seen in the last couple of years. And it's great to have a diversity of speakers, and it's great to have students that are really engaged in the material. It's very ambitious. We're trying to change the paradigm of public leadership. We're trying to get students to think more expansively, more empathetically, more creatively. And so I try to get students from all over the world, particularly conflict regions. So we try to get Serbs and Kosovars together, Israelis, Palestinians, and Lebanese, Georgians and Russians, and Armenians and Azerbaijanis, to try to really get at the important issues and talk about them honestly and talk about them in a way that can lead to breakthroughs. Of course, I mean, that's one of the biases that we take. What I try to do is I try to hire faculty from all over the place. And I try to hire faculty that's not just different from their geography, but also different from their ideology, to try to limit the potential biases that we bring. And that's one of the lessons of the course, is that if you really want to study something, you have to understand what prejudice we take in to that situation. This is what I'm writing a book on. This is my life's mission. I talked a lot today about how leaders have to attend and reflect. They need to be able to see the entire world around them, and details as well as the panorama. Secondly, they need to be present. They need to really pay attention to people, to really love people, to really love ideas. Thirdly, they need to embrace uncertainty. This is a very volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous world, and you need to be comfortable with that. Fourthly, you need to have a desire for knowledge, and you need to be constantly curious and questing for understanding. Fifthly, you need to be connected. You need to be present. Right? You can't be addicted to your BlackBerry while you have someone right across from you. And you need to respect other people's space. And then finally, you need to have courage. You need to stand up for what you believe. And when you stand up, don't stand up so other people applaud for you. Stand up so that you inspire other people to stand with you. I want to find out how to be useful and be as useful as I can to as many people as I can. And one of my beliefs is that the more experiences that you have, so right now I'm a teacher, and I think if you teach Latin and you coach middle school basketball and you teach high school and you teach college students and you teach all over the world, it makes you more useful, not just because you're reaching a wider net and different people, but also those different experiences allow you to get a greater vision. So me teaching Latin helps me also teach a student in Serbia. And I'm hoping that I can gain more skills and more knowledge and more understanding by doing that. I think I first became interested. I'm the oldest of a big family, and I was always obsessed with trying to make my brothers and sister better than I was at sports. And then I started coaching a basketball team, and I was obsessed with trying to get players to become better and to have these breakthrough moments. And I think that's what leadership is. Leadership is about trying to inspire and animate other people to become their better selves. And since I started doing that as a coach and as a teacher and as an older brother, I think this is something that I've just become obsessed with. I mean, if you want to study politics, you need to understand people's beliefs, right? And if a country is religious, if people are religious, to be able to study their politics, to understand why they make certain decisions, you have to study their religion. And so I think what you have is you have certain cultural circumstances, you have certain societal consequences that will lead to an increase in religion, which will then also lead to differences in political systems and how we order them and how we respond to them. Well, I think I actually sleep less because I can't sleep on planes, and I live on a plane. But I think I'm just very excited to wake up the next morning. I love what I'm doing. And I always explain, you know, in the United States, if you celebrate Christmas, on Christmas Day, you're a little kid, Santa Claus is coming, giving you some presents, hopefully. And that night it's very difficult to fall asleep because you're so excited to open up the presents. And I think for me, I'm very excited to get to the next classroom. I'm very excited to get to the next major international city, learn about people, and try to help them out on their own journeys.